Mother-in-law laid out 3 photos of women in front of her daughter-in-law and asked her to help choose the next daughter-in-law. In the mother-in-law's eyes, her son's interest in anything, at most 3 years, at the shortest 3 months, never lasted. Since they had already been married for over 2 years, she needed to pick the next daughter-in-law as soon as possible. She thought her daughter-in-law knew her son's type best and wanted her opinion. Amy thought her mother-in-law was being utterly unreasonable. No matter how much she disliked her, she didn't have to be so cruel. Amy deliberately went against her mother-in-law, saying that no matter what, she would never leave this family. Just as her mother-in-law had once said, since she had managed to become a wealthy man's daughter-in-law, she was going to enjoy the good life. Her mother-in-law said she had always known Amy was a woman who loved money. Amy didn't defend herself. She kept venting, saying that even if she died, she would spend every last penny of her mother-in-law's money. Her angry words were overheard by her drunken husband. Seeing her son, the mother-in-law began to cry, falsely accusing Amy of bullying her, a lonely old widow. Seeing his mother so upset, Jack demanded that his wife apologize to her immediately. Amy's stubborn attitude angered her husband. Jack grabbed his wife's hand, dragged her into the kitchen, and asked if she had lost her mind. Amy said she had been bullied by her mother-in-law for 3 years and couldn't take it anymore. All the pent-up resentment had finally exploded. Her husband said his wife shouldn't treat his mother that way and called her an ill-mannered woman. Furious, Amy retorted that a man who only obeyed his mother had no right to say that about her. Amy's words enraged her husband. For the first time, he picked up a glass and threw it at her. Thinking of all the torment she had endured, Amy broke out in a cold sweat. 3 years ago, Amy thought she had found true love. She had no idea that her wedding day would be the beginning of her nightmare. Her mother-in-law believed that Amy, with her looks, had stolen her son's love. She told her daughter-in-law that her son was fickle, so she should enjoy herself while she could. Amy didn't understand. If her mother-in-law didn't like her, why had she agreed to the marriage? Her mother-in-law replied that if her son wanted something, he had to have it. In her mother-in-law's eyes, Amy was just a toy he had bought. Once he grew tired of it, he would throw it away. But in front of her son, the mother-in-law's attitude changed instantly. She praised Amy as a perfect match for her son. At that moment, Amy saw her mother-in-law's true face. Life after marriage was beyond Amy's imagination. Afraid that Amy would spend money, her mother-in-law destroyed all her cards. Amy explained that she hadn't touched the money in her accounts, but still received a scolding. That day was the 50th anniversary of her mother-in-law's company. On stage, the mother-in-law introduced her son and daughter to the media. When the spotlight was about to fall on Amy, she quickly signaled for it to be turned off. Then she humiliated her daughter-in-law for having no taste for wearing such a tacky dress. She said someone of Amy's low birth should just go home and not embarrass herself there. The truth was, Amy didn't like the dress either. She had chosen it because it covered the scars on her neck.